Campillo showboating, and he got caught with a can opener.
Well, Campillo had landed more than 20 more punches in that round, so he was comfortable. He said, hey, I'm showboating. I'm going to have some fun with this guy. You see him here. And Antonio had just made a very profound point about punching with him and finding that one moment when you could land the big punch, and there it was. That's a great right hand, just like the ones he hurt him with in round one, but he couldn't follow up effectively on it.
And the difference is that Campillo is full of confidence right now. I don't know what he's going to be able to do to win this title away from Campillo right now, because I have him ahead.
Yeah. And this guy knows it.
Remember, the first round, 2 knockdowns. 10-7 round. We start the 12th and final round. For the IBF World Light Heavyweight title, the undefeated Tavoris Thundercrowd in the Tiger Trunks, the challenger, Gabriel Campillo from Madrid, Spain, in the red and gold.
Tavoris Cloud undefeated, of course, as a fighter, and of course he's undefeated 4-0 in World Championship fights. Campillo is 3-2-1 in 12-round fights. Twice he's had fights taken away from him, and one, the draw was questionable as well. So, you know, this guy's got to be a little, you know, he's dominated this fight. He's hoping that the judges see it the right way.
I believe Tavoris Cloud needs a knockdown in this particular round and win this round 10-8 in order to save his championship.
Or to get close even, maybe a draw to save his championship, possibly. And even that would be questionable.
Campillo has gone 12 rounds 6 times. He's 3-2-1. Tavoris Cloud, on the other hand, not as much experience going 12 rounds. He's gone 12 rounds 3 times.
I inadvertently mentioned that Sergio Martinez, I suggested he was from Spain. Of course he's from Argentina.
1:20 to go in the 12th and final round.
Right now, Campillo is making a mistake. We've seen this before with Oscar De La Hoya in Trinidad. He didn't fight and didn't finish this last round. He needs to close the show. This guy's still the IBF champion, and don't take anything for granted when it comes down to these scorecards.
That's a great analogy, too.
1 minute remaining. Nice left hand by Campillo. Chico Guapo may be 50 seconds away from his 2nd world championship. But can he finish? Has he done enough?
Chico Guapo means handsome man. I thought that was Antonio's nickname. How come you let him get that?
28 seconds to go.
He's looking handsome right now in the ring, isn't he?
Oh, yeah. Cloud still throwing some heat, though.
In this round, Cloud has outlanded Campillo by a couple of punches, but would it be enough just to win a 10-9 round?
Campillo telling us this not only would change his economic fortune, it would change his whole life if he could find a way to win a world title. We will see.
He closed the show, gentlemen. He closed the show.
You know, the interesting thing to me as you look at the family of Cloud, then I think Tavoris Cloud, I'm going to be so bold as to say, I believe he was a little overconfident coming into this fight. I believe there was no way he thought he could possibly lose this fight. And I'm telling you, this man's a real fighter.
And he proved that tonight, Al. He did.
Let's go all the way back, though, to round 1.
Now, this is a seminal moment in this fight. First of all, there was the knockdown from the big right hand. That created, obviously, a big problem. It was early enough in the round. That was the first knockdown, and we'll take a look at it again, and you'll see the right hand of Cloud. Beautiful jab, double jab that sets this up. And as Antonio pointed out, he's not just a hooker, he's got power in his right hand as well. But here's the most important moment in this whole fight. He gets in trouble and is put against the ropes, and Mark Nelson, the referee, who looks like he might even be coming in to stop it, instead makes what I believe is the appropriate call, calling it a knockdown because the ropes kept him up. Had he stopped the fight at that point inappropriately, we would have been robbed of a great fight.
You're absolutely right, Al.
So let's take a look at the final show stats. Cloud versus Campillo.
We look at those numbers, and you know, a lot of that came from Campillo round after round after round, kind of building back up a lead after he was so far down. And he won in all those categories. You know, Cloud won the jab category, but that's not what the power punch is supposed to do, is it?
Yeah, the power punch is really what I'm in awe with right now. 33%. Those are some big shots, and at the end, I mean, those shots was really affecting Tavoris Cloud.
All right, with that said, time now to go inside the ring for the official decision with our Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of action, we have a split decision. Here are the score totals. Judge at ringside, Denny Nelson, scores about 115 to 111 in favor of Gabriel Campillo. Judge at ringside, David Robertson, scores at 116 to 110 in favor of Tavoris Cloud. And judge at ringside, Joel Elizondo, scores about 114 to 112 in favor of the winner and still champion, Tavoris Thunder Cloud.
Wait a minute. There is an injured person in the ring, and it looks like his mother has fainted. Emma.
Oh, my.
The crowd reacting to Gabriel Campillo, who, when this fight is talked about and written about, I am sure that many will say that he was unjustly robbed in this fight. In my opinion, he looked much better, and he deserved to win this fight this evening.
I don't know how you can look at it any other way, despite the 3 points in the first round.
Now let's go inside the ring where our Jim Gray is standing by with Tavoris Cloud.
All right, thank you very much, Gus. Congratulations, Tavoris. First, tell us about your mother, Emma Smith, who I know you're very concerned with. It looked as though she's fainted and is out on her feet. Is she okay?
Yeah, she's going to be okay. She's a strong woman. She had a strong son. She's going to be all right.
She looks like her eyes are open and the doctor's attending to her. Did you feel as though you won this fight?
Yeah, I feel like I won the fight. I dropped in several times early in the fight. I was the aggressor throughout the fight, you know, but he's a good fighter. He's a good fighter, but he cannot take a punch. He cannot take a punch. He's a decent fighter and everything, but I feel I won the fight. I was the aggressor throughout the fight. He didn't do enough to take my title.
In the first round, you had him down, almost out the second time. Do you feel as though the ropes helped him stay up and the referee jumped in there and said that was a knockdown? Do you feel as though you would have put him away right then?
Yeah, I would have put him away, you know, but things happen in boxing, and sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't.
It feels as though to this crowd, and looking to all of the announcers at ringside, as though he dominated the fight after that first round. Was it your feeling that you were behind in this fight coming into the final round?
No, it was my feeling just to stay busy. Just to stay busy and keep being aggressive. He real slick, you know, so that's how I think a puncher should fight a boxer, especially a southpaw boxer.
Referee ruled in an early round that was from a punch. They cut on your eye, then you got a second cut on your eye. How much did that bother you throughout the fight?
It didn't bother me. I always get cuts and bruises, and What did he say?
Keep going. That's okay.
They don't argue with them. Don't argue with them. I'm telling you. Don't argue with them.
Talking to your wife, not to argue. Go ahead.
Huh?
Did you feel as though he's deserving, Chico, of a rematch?
If the crowd feel he deserves another rematch, we'll give him a rematch later on. You know, but as of right now, it's on the bigger and better thing.
Okay, Tavoris, congratulations. Still undefeated. We'll see you next time down the road.
Thank you.
Okay. Let's walk over here now to Chico.